We've got your weekly comic book reviews, everything I read from September 10th through comic book day that I wanted to talk about. Let's start off with Absolute Batman issue number 12, man. So thought this was a great issue. It's the fallout to Batman escaping from Arc M in the last issue with Waylon Jones, as we know in this universe, the Killer Croc. And it's kind of like the, kind of repercussions that Batman, by going after Bane, Bane's going after all of Batman's friends. He knows that's the actual way to break this version of Batman. So we get the what happened to all of Batman's friends. His friend Oswald broke all his bones, this version of Bane did. Really gruesome stuff, turning him into the Penguin possibly. We see what he did. He burnt this version of Harvey Dent, like pretty much alive, half of his face burnt all the way. Kind of the origin for a lot of Batman's villains potentially in this Absolute universe came from Bane. So it's a really cool twist on the classic Batman lore and storyline that we know and love. Really brutal stuff, man. And I'm kind of feeling like Batman needs some help. He's a little bit alone. And him with Alfred, that's not going to cut it. He needs more help, and looks like we're getting this Absolute Catwoman introduced into the story in a bigger way in the next issue, so that should be pretty cool. Moving right along, let's talk about another Batman issue, Batman Dark Patterns. This is one of my favorite Batman books on stands. It's so good, with Hayden Sherman on the art and Dan Waters writing it. It's a more down-to-earth, kind of classic Batman detective story. So this is the culmination of a lot of different storylines that have been happening in the first 3 cases. This is going to be the 4th and final case for this Batman Dark Patterns series. And this is kind of tying up all the different things, all the different villains that were in play in the other cases. They're kind of maybe related to what's been going on now. This guy going around in this babyface mask, he is just lighting all of Gotham on fire. He's a kind of a student of the Firefly, which I thought that was pretty interesting. Jim Gordon almost dies before he gets saved by Batman. And as I'm flipping through, man, you guys are just seeing the incredible artwork from Hayden Sherman, the really cool paneling, the beautiful colors from Triona Farrell as well on the Hayden Sherman artwork. I'm just loving this Batman story, man. Really cool stuff. Detective Batman, grounded, down to earth. I think it's really solid, man. And when this comes out in a trade or jump on with issue number 10, I think this is going to be a standout and a really impressive Batman series once it's out in a trade paperback. Let's move over to Marvel, because they had a really good release, a really good week in general. We have Captain America number 3. So Chip Zdarsky coming into this Captain America title, and he has just been blowing me away issue after issue. It really deals with like the horrors of war and kind of the psychological impacts that it has on soldiers and stuff like that. It also deals with kind of looking at Latveria and the way Doom runs things, and we get that conversation that Captain America has with the citizens of Latveria. They're explaining to them like, yeah, no, we love that Doom is kind of our emperor, and he takes care of things for us, and he provides for us and all these needs. But it's kind of conflicted, Captain America's conflicted with this idea because his people aren't free. Like, they aren't the true definition of the word freedom, right? So, I like this kind of morals that Captain America and these kind of questions that he's grappling with. We get some really great fight scenes as well with Captain America and a Doombot. And I don't know, man, this series is just really impressive. I like the little end bits. I thought, as we see one of those examples of the horrors of war, we get Captain America. Maybe he's sort of knocked out or whatever, but he says that if this new world is darkness, I won't bend to it, Bucky. I can't, damn him. Doom is right. I have to be a light. So it gave me goosebumps when I said that, man. So I'm loving everything that Chip Zdarsky's doing here. We get that great artwork from Valerio Schiti with that Frank Martin coloring. It's just an excellent series, man. One that I would really recommend jumping on. It's only 3 issues in, and it's setting up to be an all-time classic Captain America series. So, yeah, man. Captain America number 3 blew me away. Let's talk about Transformers number 24. The end of an era, man. This is the last Daniel Warren Johnson written Transformers series. We knew for a long time that he was only going to be on for 2 years, and this is it, man. So we get the final battle between Optimus and Megatron. They're going after it. They're transforming. They're doing like long jumps on top of each other. Great fighting from Jorge Corona in this issue in particular. Yeah, just really like an all-out kind of battle between Optimus Prime and Megatron. We get some moments with Spike and the other humans. And all in all, dude, I will say my negative with this issue, I guess, would be that it's maybe a little rushed. Maybe the ending not so well deserved, I guess. Maybe that's the wrong kind of wording for it, but I don't know if it necessarily did a great job of tying together all of the stuff that's been going on. I mean, we get You know, Threadripper joining the story and taking people out. So I don't know, just a very interesting way to conclude Daniel Warren Johnson's run on the series. And I don't know if it necessarily concluded in the way that everybody was hoping it would. So yeah, Transformers number 4, number 24, the end of Daniel Warren Johnson's run, the end of an era. Let's talk about Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum. I loved it, man. I thought it was excellent. This one is really fun. It's a very Silver Age sort of Superman story. So each issue, he's testing a new version of Kryptonite on himself to see what the powers are, you know, kind of the effects that it has on him. In this one, this version of Kryptonite makes Superman grow. So he's growing wicked big. He's having like a kaiju battle in Metropolis against this, I think his name was Chemo, I think is his name. So yeah, we get like a giant kaiju battle while Superman's really big. He gets hit by a red kryptonite from Lex Luthor. So a really big, angry Superman turns him into kind of a Godzilla. So I don't know, man. Just a fun sort of Silver Age Superman story. It's DC Black Label. It's the same creative team as Ice Cream Man. So you get that really wacky sort of humor all throughout. And I thought it was pretty fun, man. So definitely check out Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum when it's all out as a DC Black Label series. I think that was a pretty fun one. Ultimate Wolverine number 9. Chris Condon writing. We got Capuccio coming into the art on this one. He sometimes is missing from this series. It kind of stinks, but Capuccio, just an excellent look for a, you know, Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Wolverine kind of series. And the last couple issues, it's been Wolverine and the rest of the X-Men Rebel kind of group. Each issue is kind of like a mission that they go on, like an espionage sort of mission. In this one, they're going into where the Makers Council builds a lot of the Sentinel robots, right? So they're going into the facility to try to, you know, disrupt some things, make sure they can't build these giant Sentinels that are taking them out. And it's a great action scene, you know, great action moments as we see Ultimate Wolverine. He sees this girl that had a part in torturing him and kind of wiping his mind and controlling it. So Wolverine's going after her. Just a great fun issue. I like what they did to Cyclops. I thought that was pretty brutal, man. They kind of put Cyclops' head in the middle of a Sentinel body and are using Cyclops' powers, his goggles, to kind of use them as a weapon. Thought that was pretty interesting. Birds of Prey number 25, continuing this really fun Kelly Thompson written series. In this one, we get a new artist jumping on with Richards, but we get Basri in the back. I thought the art was super solid. Essentially what's been going on is the Birds of Prey are going up against this evil, you know, criminal organization, a couple of the villains. And Ink had previously taken over Big Barda and controlled her. Now she's kind of working with the Birds of Prey as she realizes that the villains that she was working with, she doesn't want to be all about that, right? So she's kind of switching sides, helping out the Birds of Prey. And we get the Birds of Prey kind of splitting up, doing these kind of missions against all the different members of this villain organization. And they all kind of come together at the end. It's just a fun series, man. So Kelly Thompson just killing it, having a lot of fun with this one. You know, 25 issues in, still having fun, man. It's a Birds of Prey. Last but not least, let's talk about Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, issue number 4. This one features Miles Morales as he's trying to look for his sister Billy all across this Ultimate Universe. Each issue, you know, is a kind of a look at a different corner of the Ultimate Universe. In the last one, for example, I think we were in Japan hanging out with the Ultimate X-Men. In this one, we're going up to, you know, the Russian kind of Federation, that area of the Ultimate Universe, to try to look for Billy because she's been taken by Magic and some other members of the Members Council. But at the very end of this one, although it has pretty good action throughout, Magic versus, you know, versus Mayday and versus Miles Morales, thought that was pretty fun. At the very end, though, it's another switcheroo, and someone else comes in and kidnaps Billy. So now Miles is going to have to go over there in the next issue. So it's a fun series all throughout, fun summer series, but not a must pick up by any means. In fact, I don't even think they really fight with the sword as much as the cover would have you believe. But yeah, just a fun Ultimate Universe. They're trying to use Billy as a way to open the Maker's kind of jail, Maker City, and try to free him early. So kind of interesting. But yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, issue number 4, not a must pick up by any means. But that's what we got, guys. The weekly comic book reviews for everything September 10th that I had a chance to read. Let me know what you thought about any of these down in the comments. While you're down there, like if you like, sub if you love, hype if you love it even more. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching and read more comics.